Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is one that I'm really excited to share with you guys because today's look is my Valentine's Day 2021 makeup tutorial. So today's look is this one that I'm wearing right now. I am so in love with the way that it turned out. I love the pink crease, I love the glitter liner, I've got a double wing, some fluffy lashes, a pink glowy cheek, and a glossy lip. So if you guys are interested in seeing how to create this one, then just continue watching. Okay, so starting off with primer, I grabbed this one right here. This is the Cover FX Illuminating Primer. So I wanted to start off with a really pretty glowy base. So I'm starting by taking about that much product and I'm going to mix it in between my fingers and I'm going to apply that straight to my skin. So you can see it gives the skin a really pretty soft focused glow. So next for foundation, I'm really excited because I picked up two more shades of one of my favorite foundations. This is the Dose of Colors Meet Your Hue Medium to Full Coverage Foundation, and I've got the shades 115 Light Medium and 118 Light Medium. So these are the two new shades. I've already used this shade right here, which is 119 Light Medium. So I'll open them all up and I'll show you how they compare. Okay, so here's a close-up of the two new shades. So this one here is 115 Light Medium and this one here is 118 Light Medium. So there's the two of those. And then for comparison, this one here is 119 Light Medium. So here's the three shades. And then here are the three shades swatched. So you've got 115 Light Medium, 118 Light Medium, and 119 Light Medium as well. So the three of these are slightly dried down now, so you can see what they look like upon dry down. So out of the three of them, I'd say the one that matches me the least would probably be 118 because this one's got more of a peachy undertone. So I think for the minute, I'm going to try 115 alone and then I might have to mix in a little bit of 119. But I think I could still make 118 work, but I think the other two are a little bit closer for me right now. So to apply that, I thought I'd try out another Real Techniques set. I've got a stack of these that I haven't used yet. This one is called the Real Techniques Ultimate Base Set for Foundation and Concealer. And this one has the 200 Expert Face Brush, the Miracle Complexion Sponge with Drying Stand, which must be this thing right here, and the 211 Deluxe Concealer Brush. So I think I'm going to take the first brush right here, which is the 200 Expert Face Brush, and apply my foundation using that. So I'm going to take a pump of 115 Light Medium, and I'm going to take my brush straight into that, and I'm going to go right ahead and start applying the foundation. I know this foundation definitely darkens upon dry down, so we'll see how I go, but I might have to mix in a little bit of the darker shade 119. So this is what the shade 115 Light Medium looks like on me. I'd actually say it's not too bad. Maybe just like a little tiny bit light right now. So I might just take about a half a pump of 119 and I might just focus that on the perimeter of my face. So you can see 119 definitely has a little bit more of an olive undertone. So here's what the base is looking like with the two foundation shades on my skin. I'd say it's a pretty good match, so let's move on to concealer. So for concealer, I'm going to go in with this one right here. This is the Dose of Colors Meet Your Hue Concealer in the shade 10 Light. It's quite a bright shade, but I really want to lift my under eye, so I'm going to take that straight underneath the eyes. And then to blend that out, I'm going to go back into the set and grab this brush right here. This is the 211 Deluxe Concealer Brush. And I'm going to go right ahead and start blending that out. So to set the under eyes, I'm going to go in with a little bit of my Makeup Forever HD High Definition Powder. To apply that, I'm going to use my second Dose of Colors setting powder brush. I recently just bought a backup of this. It is one of my favorite brushes Dose of Colors has, so I knew I had to buy another one. So I'm going to take a small amount of that just on the flat side and tap off the excess. And I'm going to go right ahead and start setting my under eyes. I would suggest if you're planning on using a HD powder or something that's got a micro fine texture to it, something that's normally in this kind of white loose powder kind of format, I would highly suggest using a tiny little amount and really working it into the skin, because I find if you use a little bit too much or you let it sit on top, sometimes it can give you a little bit of flashback, and that's not what you want for Valentine's Day. So I'm taking a little bit of the powder and I'm also popping that through the T-zone as well. So next to set the rest of my face, I'm going to go in with my Bareminerals Ready SPF 20 foundation in the shade R270. This one has actually been updated into the Bare Pro foundation, so if you're curious about this one, go right ahead and pick up the updated version. But since I have this one, I'm going to use this one today. So to apply that, I thought I'd try out this brush right here. I actually bought this with the full collection when I bought all the brushes the first time, and I didn't manage to try this one out yet. So this is called the Powder Slush Blush Brush. So I'm going to lightly tap that brush into the powder foundation. And I'm going to go right ahead and set my face. So next for contour, I felt like using this one today. This is the Balm Bahama Mama bronzer. It is such a nice contour shade because I find it's nice and buildable, and it's got a bit of a cool tone undertone as well. So we're going to use this one today. So for brushes, I thought we'd try out something a little bit different. This is the Real Techniques Rebel Edge Trio for bronzer, shadow, and highlighter. I've never seen brushes in this shape before. It is such a unique cut, but I see Stephanie from Babs Beauty using this brush set all the time, and every time she does, it intrigues me. So I'm thinking we'll try out this brush right here for contour. This is the 403 Rebel Edge Medium. This is such a strange brush. It feels so interesting. Do you see how from the back it's cinched in, but from the side it's quite fluffy and it's kind of angled like a fan, and then the end of it is actually really soft and kind of like fluffy. It's so interesting. So I don't know if you use it this way or if you're meant to use it this way, but we'll try both. So I'm taking that straight into the contour, and I'm going to tap off the excess, and I'm going to go right ahead and start contouring my cheeks. I think it feels a little bit more natural to go this way versus kind of in towards the cheek. But you can see it applies quite a lot of product, so I think on the other side I'm going to be a little bit lighter handed. So next for bronzer, I'm going to go into my Chantecaille La Serena Bronzer Highlighter Duo. You can't buy the highlight in this, but you can still buy the bronzer. It is quite a pricey bronzer, but if you saw my yearly favorites, which I'll leave up here in the eye for you guys to watch, you'll know how much I raved about this and how much I think it is worth it. So I'm going to take the bronzer with this brush right here, which is the 203 Rebel Edge Broad Brush, and I'm going to start bronzing up my cheeks. So next for blush or for highlighter, I'm not too sure which one this will categorize into. This is the Dose of Colors Supreme Glow Highlighter in the shade Melonade. Now I say I don't know which one this will work best for because it is a kind of blushy highlight. So if it's too pigmented, I'll use that as a blush. And if it's not pigmented enough, I'll use that as a highlight. So we'll see how it goes. But I'm going to try this one today. So here's what she looks like. She has this beautiful burnt terracotta peach. I cannot wait to try it out, but I'm curious to see which one this will work best for. So I'm going to give it a bit of a swatch on my hand. So I feel like that could actually work quite nicely for a blush. So I think I'm going to go right ahead and grab a blush brush. So I'm going to actually use my backup. This is my second one of the Dose of Colors Angled Contour Brush. I've been really enjoying this one for blush. So I'm going to tap that one straight into the product, and I'm going to go right ahead and apply that one to the cheeks. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's got this really intense pinky purpley, almost reddy shift. I feel like from the front you can't see it, maybe a little bit, but I'd say probably I'll use this one just as I highlight because it is kind of a really unique, I guess, tone for blush, and it's really intensely metallic. So I might go right ahead and do it to the other side, but then try to buff both of them off and then top it off with more of a blush, and then maybe I'll go back in with this brush and then try to lightly highlight over the top. So to hopefully kind of smooth out the cheek, I'm going to take one of my favorite blush formulas. This is the Bareminerals Gen Nude Blush in the shade Pink Me Up. So I'm going to take that on the same brush, and I'm going to go right ahead and apply that over the top of the cheek. So hopefully this way it'll blend in with that previous color and give me more of a pink flush with a little bit of that reflect versus it being kind of metallic in a way. Where this is one of my favorite blush formulas. I find that this never looks textured or chunky or patchy on the skin. Whenever something happens to my face and it's not looking the way it's meant to, I always tap into this blush and go right over the top of the cheek, and it always just makes everything so much better. I mean, like, look at that already. So much better. I'm even probably going to take it a little bit higher, so almost underneath the under eye, and I might kind of pop it into the temples as well. And I might just take a little bit across the bridge of my nose. So I've zoomed you guys in so we could start on the eyes. So starting off, I'm going to grab my favorite eyeshadow primer. This is the NARS Smudge Proof Eyeshadow Base. This is the original clear one. So to blend it out, I might actually try a brush this time. I normally use my finger, but I think I'm going to use this one right here from the Real Techniques Eyeshade and Blend set. This one here is called the Base Shadow Brush. So I'm going to go right ahead and start blending out the eyeshadow primer. So for eyeshadow palettes, I really wanted to play with this one from Dose of Colors. This is called the Blushing Berries palette. I'll show you the back. As you can see, it's got a bunch of really beautiful kind of reddy pinky tones and a couple of darker neutrals as well. So I figured we'd go right ahead and use this one. So here's what the palette looks like. It is such a gorgeous, warm, raspberry toned palette. I'm definitely feeling this one here and this one here, but we'll see where we go. I'm excited to play. So I think I'm going to start off with this brush right here from the set. This one here is called the Deluxe Crease brush. Starting off in the palette, I'm going to take the first lighter shade here, which is called Berry Chic. And I'm going to start popping that one through the crease. I'm also going to start lifting the outer corners too. To help blend that, I'm going to grab my blush and the same brush. And I'm going to go lightly over the perimeter to help blend everything out. So next I'm going to move into another duo from Real Techniques. This is called the Real Techniques Perfect Crease Duo. And I'm going to take this brush right here, which is the Defining Crease brush. And I'm going to take the second shade over, which is this one here called Roseberry. And I'm going to pop that one deeper into my crease. And then I'm going to take the previous brush with nothing else on it and I'm just going to buff out the edges. Taking the same brush, I might just take a dot of the black, which is called Berry Black. And I'm just going to take a tiny little dot of that. And I'm going to pop it in the deepest part of my crease. And I'm really going to buff that out. So next I'm going to go back into my concealer and I'm going to take a little bit on the back of my hand. And I'm going to take my Dose of Colors concealer brush. This is one that I've used several different times. I really enjoy this brush. And I'm going to take it straight into that concealer. And I'm going to start cutting out a crease. So the way that I do this is I basically pull down from the edge that I want. So by pulling down, you kind of get that really sharp, crisp line, but you kind of blend it back down into the lid. I find that if you try to swipe it in one go, you get kind of like a sketchy, patchy line. So here I'm just kind of patting and pulling it down towards my lash line. So for the outer part, I just kind of sketch out where I want the wing to be. So you can see it makes such a big difference. Here's the eye with a cut crease and then here's the eye before. So for the lid color, I thought maybe we would try out the same highlight that we used on the cheeks. So I'm going to take the same concealer brush and pop it straight into the highlight. And I'm going to start packing that on the lid. And then to give the look a little bit more dimension, I might take a light mixture of the first two shades that we used on the Real Techniques Base Shadow Brush, which is the first brush we used. And I'm going to really lightly start darkening the outer corners. And then moving on to the lower lash line, I'm going to take my third and last backup brush. This is the Dose of Colors Flat Definer brush. And I'm going to pop into the third shade across, which is this really beautiful raspberry color. It's called Berry Pop. And I'm going to start squishing that underneath the lower lashes. And I might even do something a little bit different. I might actually extend that and connect it into the edge of the wing. And then to finish off the lower lash line, I might take the last brush in this duo, which is called the Crease Prep brush. And I'm going to go back into that first shade. So you can see I've just taken that on one tiny little corner of the brush. And I'm going to go right ahead and lightly buff out the lower part of just the lower lash. And I might slightly just run over the outer wing a couple of times. So next I'm going to take a little bit of glitter liner. This is the Dose of Colors Minnie Mouse Collection glitter eyeliner in the shade Stunning. This is what she looks like. She is such a beautiful rose gold copper pink glitter, and I thought I'd maybe try it and just kind of trace the outline of the wing. It's a little bit risky because I've never done that before, but I figured I hadn't done the outer corner shape and I really enjoyed that, so let's try something new today. So I'm going to take my time and I'm going to slowly start tracing the crease. And then while we're trying something new, I figured let's go right ahead and try a double wing. The first one that I'm going to be using is a beautiful pink that has been discontinued. This was the Too Faced sketch marker in the shade Be a Flamingo. It is a really beautiful bright pink. And then I thought we'd do a double wing using a black after that. So we'll see how we go. So here's the pink liner. I'm going to start drying it off with my hand. The real test will be to see if I can get the black liner closer to my lashes in order to not cover up the whole pink liner. So we'll see how we go. So for the double wing liner, I'm going to go in with this black liner. It's my favorite one. This is from Stila. It's called the Stay All Day Waterproof Liquid Eyeliner in the shade Intense Black. And I'm going to try to go really, really close to my lashes and kind of draw a slightly smaller flick. So here's how the double wing liner turned out. I am so happy with the way that it looks. I love the eye shape. I love the colors. I love the glitter through the crease. I also like that the double wing liner isn't that obvious unless you're that close to me. Like maybe you're my Valentine and that's why you're so close to me. But I think it looks really, really cool and I'm really happy with the way that everything is looking. I do think I want to add one more thing though. If you saw my last video, which was my Dose of Colors haul number 3, I actually hold these brand new eyeliners from Dose of Colors and I'm really curious to try one of them out. I have my eye on this one called Teddy, so I think we'll add that one into my waterline and see how we go. But if you haven't seen that haul already, I'll leave it up here in the eye for you guys to watch later on. I have so many amazing things in that video. So here's what the packaging looks like. It is so cool. It almost looks like an arrow or a nail or a dart or something like that. But these are the Dose of Colors eyeliners and this one is in the shade Teddy. They're a wind up eyeliner as well in case you're curious. So I'm going to go right ahead and pop that one through the waterline. Yeah, it's really, really subtle. I don't know if you can tell, but this one's got the liner and this one doesn't. So you can see it's really natural. So here's what the eyes are looking like now. I think I'm ready to move on to mascara. So to save us some time, I'm going to go right ahead and apply my mascara and a set of lashes off of camera, and I might even do my brows as well. In case you're wondering, the mascara I'm going to be applying is the Pure Fully Charged Mascara powered by magnetic technology, and the lashes are the Gemma Isabella Cosmetics lashes in the style Wifey. I thought they were the perfect name for the perfect eye look. I mean, Valentine's Day Wifey, I thought it made sense. So I'm going to do both of those and we'll come back. So here are what the eyes look like with the lashes. These are such a pretty lash. They're so wispy and fluttery and soft and romantic. I feel like they're the perfect lash for this event. So what I'm actually thinking is, because we have one more brush left from this Rebel Edge Trio brush set that we used earlier, I might do a brow bone highlight. So I might just take a little bit of my Dose of Colors Desi X Katie highlight in the shade Fuego on the 303 Rebel Edge Fine brush. So I'm just going to take a little bit of that and I'm just going to pop a little bit underneath the brow bone. And while I'm here, I might just take a little bit on the inner corner. And then finally we are onto our lips. So I've got a stack of the Dose of Colors lip liners here. So I'm going to pick one of these to use. So I think I'm going to go into this one right here. This is the Dose of Colors lip liner in the shade Delight. It is a really beautiful soft pink. As you can tell, the lip liners have got more of a frosted silver packaging, whereas the eyeliners had a more shiny packaging. So I love that they both are a little bit same but a little bit different. So just like the eyeliners, these are also a wind up. So I'm going to go right ahead and line my lips. These are really, really creamy. I might even just take that and just fill in the whole entire lip. The one thing is, because these are super, super creamy, I've already gotten rid of that whole entire tip. Do you see how it's now flat? That is only one use and it's completely flat now. So I definitely use quite a lot of product even though I don't have the largest lips. So I think I'm happy with the color of the lip liner as a lipstick, so I might just go over the top with a gloss. This is the Dose of Colors lip gloss in the shade Just My Type. Yeah, I think that'd be really pretty, so I'm going to go right ahead and apply that straight to the lips. And then lastly, to lock everything in, I'm going to go in with my Urban Decay and Mecca All Nighter Setting Spray in the scent Summer Solstice. So yeah guys, this is the finished makeup look for Valentine's Day 2021. I am so happy with the way that it turned out. I love the pink crease, I love the glitter liner, I love the double wing, I love the fluffy lashes, I love the pink lip, and I love the glowy cheek. This is such a pretty makeup look and I'm so happy with the way that it turned out. Let me know if this is something that you'll recreate down below in the comment bar, and feel free to tag me in any photos. I hope you guys have the best Valentine's Day, whether that's alone or with a partner. I feel like it's the day of love and that's what it should be remembered by, and all the pretty pink makeup looks. So let me know if you did enjoy this video. If you did, then you guys know what to do. Please feel free to leave me a like, comment, and leave any requests that you have down below in the comment bar. Subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell and drag it all the way down to all to become a part of this family and be notified of all my future videos. And I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye guys. Pink cheek and a glowy cheek. Huh? I'm really excited. Oh, I'm going red. This brush that I see Babs Beauty. Babs Beauty? Yeah. Cool toned. Duh. Every time she does it, can't say the word, intrigues me. My god. I'm gonna take the blush brother. What? No. Yep. And I'm gonna take my real. Nope. Powered by fully charged mascara, powered by magnetic telt. I've got the hiccups. Urban Decay and Mecca. I cannot believe how crazy of a year it has been, and no, maybe we won't talk about that. No, that's okay.